Body. So we have some terrifying news. Ignoring the old ass sub camera. I don't know how to use the older one, the older one I'm using. So I decided to use this. Okay. He might be talking. Let's nosy. What's nosy? What's nosy? What is this?
So tell me why there's a guy in Florida right now building a real-life animatronic.
Florida season, Florida. All the crazy shit happens in Florida. On my notifications. For once, let's not see what bring up. Surprise kills.
And it's somehow legal. First of all, this thing has spring locks, just like the animatronics from the game. And as you can see, he's already finished the legs, which are almost 5 feet tall alone. Meaning by the time it's finished, it might be a whopping 10 feet tall. The thing goes by the name of Nosy, and get this. When the creator was asked, so what's the plan after it's finished? He said, let it out. Someone also asked, is he friendly? And he said, I don't know yet. We'll see. What do you mean we'll see? I think we might have a real-life Henry Emily in our hands. Even looking at the blueprint art that he made of Nosy, yeah, Henry definitely manifested himself into the real world. The creator of this animatronic goes by the name of Citra, and he posts weekly updates. And after seeing the final images of what Nosy's supposed to look like, the neighborhood better keep him on watch, because this progress report is...
Yeah, we better have 4K security cameras all around Florida, because or else we'll be fucking cooked. Gladly, I don't live in Florida, but live in Florida, I'm praying for you, bro. Like, you have it rough, man. Like, I'll just have to say, rest in peace, my bros. Let me see my audio. So, fucking terrifying. We actually might be cooked in 2025. YouTube.com. Ain't no way I can't speak, bro. But the animatronics from the movie are already bad enough. Someone in real life is also making. But the animatronics from the movie are already bad enough. I think that's pretty good. I think that's... Anyway.
Hey! Huh? What? Oh.
Copy that. Ain't nobody. If I see you clicking that, I will report it. I don't fucking care. Nosy. Let's watch this.
Watch out, because this animatronic escaped its creator's workshop.
This is Nosy, the latest creation from animatronic artist Citra.
The panic started.
Would you even call him an artist at this point? He's trying to fucking ruin us and scam us, bro. What if he comes to my state? What if he comes there? Huh? What do I do if he does do that? Then I'll be probably cooked. All shits and giggles until you hear it giggling behind you.
When he left one simple comment, it escaped. But here's the reality of the fully built monster that's supposedly on the loose right now. Even though it's still just a pair of legs, that one comment was enough to stir up fear on the internet. So it seems like we're safe for now, but watch out, because this animatronic escaped its creator's workshop.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Waiting for docs to write themselves.
Hold up one sec. Uh, please don't take down my video.
Here's the secret to getting words down without losing momentum.
Okay, that is none.
Hello, everybody, and this is, well, I guess, welcome to Progress Report number 25. Big 25. Thank you so much for getting us here.
Window watching? Nosy echolocation. If this thing gets a mind of its own, we're done, bro. It's over. We're fried. Okay, I'm exaggerating. Okay, but never did I think I'd hear that in my entire life. I mean, this is like generational talent. Like, I can't even lie. Look, if you were able to build a Homelander in your garage, I would say it's talent. But the things the creator of this animatronic is claiming it can do in the future when it's finally built and complete is crazy. But yeah, the creator goes by the name of Citra on TikTok, and you know what? Me and Citra, you know, we go way back. Back in the day, it was crazy, man. You should have been there. He was being bullied relentlessly. And then I stepped in. I shut that bully up and I said, hey, put him down. This shit did not happen. Regardless, though, he's cooking. 53 million views. Holy paycheck. I mean, that's cheese. That is genuine cheese.
Actually, if we're technically speaking, that was actually 56 million views. Okay, whatever.
You know what? I would have people go with the story too that this thing's gonna have godlike superpowers if we're getting 50 million views. And guess what? It's not even about the views. Citra is purely doing this for the love of the game. Now, that's just dedication. That was not any old run-of-the-mill building of any sort. These videos are genuinely nightmare fuel. Especially...
I'm not gonna lie. He's right. if I wake up tomorrow and
Especially if you're the neighbor biking down the street going for a late night bike. He's playing eerie music on a speaker. He's cooking up some creation that you don't know about, and hear him say, Progress report number 25. Okay, I might be a bitch. Okay, I'm most certainly a bitch, but I'm biking my ass out of there. Okay, that was just embarrassing. Let me just show you his TikTok.
Hello, everybody. This is Progress Report number 21. Today I am replacing the Mark 1 feet with the Mark 2 feet. The Mark 2 feet are heavier, sturdier, faster, and spring lock.
You gotta admit, if you see this on your For You page for the first time, you're shitting yourself. And these progress updates that he makes are 10 minutes, all about his animatronic named Nosy. Now, I can't even lie, the whole vibe of these videos is just eerie.
get these progress report, yada yada. Let's go to work. No, I'm kidding. Oh boy. Follow. That's on that. Um, this is really cool picture. Yeah, imagine if my sub count did like go down to like 0. That'd be crazy. Anyway.
Hey everyone, just a quick update.
Okay, I've got all the parts together. It's looking pretty good, pretty menacing. I think this is gonna work.
All right, guys, let me show you this. Let's give it a first try. Let's do it. Before we start, everybody click the link below.
That's AI. Wait, is this the guy? It's on the loose, bro.
Everyone needs to know about the animatronic Nosy because it's real. It's
To go.
Okay, I've got all the parts together.
Just guys, animatronic.
Hello, everybody, and this is, well, I guess.
There's so many people that have the name Citra. Look. Nosy Citra bot. Citra animatronic. Citra animatronic. Citra animatronic. Citra animatronic. Citra animatronic. Animatronic panel. Citra animator. Citra animator. Citra it gone. Citra Amy. Who the fuck is Citra? Like, I want to know.
I can't even updates that he made. If you see this on
Earlier, the progress.
that might be a bitch. Okay, I'm most certainly a bitch, but I'm biking my ass out of there. Okay, that was just embarrassing. Let me just show you his TikTok.
Hello, everybody.
Speaker, he's cooking up some creation that you don't know about, and hear him say, progress from might be a bitch. Okay, I'm most certainly a bitch, but I'm biking my ass out of there. Okay, that was just embarrassing. Let me just show you his TikTok.
Hello, everybody.
Cheese. That is genuine cheese.
Who am I watching?
Okay, I've got all the parts together. It's looking pretty good, pretty menacing. I think this is gonna work.
All right, guys, let me show you this. Ooh, what the? So, guys, I need your help. Show us support by just clicking the link below and go live.
So I built this robot in my garage, and it's pretty cool, right? I'm hoping to get it to walk soon.
Okay, I've got all the parts together.
That looks AI gen. Oh, this is him.
Hello, everybody, and this is progress report number. Hello, everybody, and this is progress report number 26. Maybe you can see something's changed. Maybe not, but as of this progress report, we have installed the hips, at least the foundations of them. So Nosey's hips will be a combination of 3 joints per side on top of each leg. So you have a swivel, as gone over
This
in the
is
last progress report.
6
We
minutes
have
long.
a rocker, a rotator, and rotate is based on the placement of the joints, but it also allows the base of the spine, which is mounted now, to pitch and rock on its own.
God, that's 20 minutes. This guy's a fucking menace. Who the f just does this? I want to know. Look. Who does this for fun?
Which is really cool.
There has to be a reason.
And
It's Alex Lab. Yeah, you look after John.
Understand? Yeah. And that's gonna hurt. So I'm not gonna extend them over.
I don't know. Who's Alex Lab?
Go and get him some food.
Eat.
Is 6 or 7 feet deep.
Shrek.
Ladies and gentlemen, is it just me? But is Citra's profile gone? What's going on? Did he get banned or something? Because he posted one video, which you guys see right there. That's his last video of him just having the legs dangling from the tree. But after that, I go ahead, check his profile. His picture's gone. No story, no nothing. No one has heard anything from him, no post. And a lot of my people are telling me that he was banned. Ladies and gentlemen, is it just...
My fucking god.
Now I go cleaning windows to earn an honest bob. For a nosy parter, it's an inter...
So that's scary. Oh. Wow.
Every month.
Up on. Yeah, let's put that up.
Monster has a weakness. Every monster has a weakness.
Some do, and some don't. One to do it.
Or at least that's what we tell ourselves so we can sleep at night. But what if the thing...
Okay, I'm not gonna speed it up. Okay.
Every monster has a weakness. Or at least that's what we tell ourselves so we can sleep at night. But what if the thing we're facing wasn't born, but built? What if it doesn't bleed, doesn't breathe, doesn't stop? That's the nightmare of Nosy, Citra's monstrous project of metal and wires. People keep asking the same...
An average male height is 5'10". I'm only 5'7". I think.
Same desperate question. If Nosy really escapes, how can we survive? Tonight we'll explore 10 chilling, desperate ways people
So I'm below average right now.
believe might stop Nosy. They're not guaranteed. Some are barely even possible.
Not even average. And yet, was it until... How we know world am I tall? If I'm not average, then I'm not.
When you're staring into those glowing eyes at your window, you'll cling to any chance you can find. Way 1, electric traps. Nosy runs on
That's not gonna work, bro.
circuits, metal, wires, servos. Electricity is its lifeblood. But here's the twist. Electricity is also its poison. If you set up high voltage traps around your property, you might be able to fry its system.
Well, that's gonna cost a lot of money, bro. I'm talking about tens of thousands of dollars of US dollars. Or dollars. But
long enough to escape. Think electrified fences, car batteries wired to door handles, or even crude shock spears made from cattle prods. But here's the terrifying part. Citra designed Nosy to be resistant. This isn't a weak little gadget that shorts out in the rain. Nosy's body is layered, armored, insulated. An average household jolt won't even make it flinch. You'd need something powerful, something industrial. That means you'd be standing dangerously close, wiring your own house like a death trap, praying the thing touches it. And if it doesn't, if it learns to avoid the electricity, then all you've done is cage yourself inside a trap of your own making, while Nosy waits silently just beyond the wires. Way 2 EMP devices, an electromagnetic pulse.
EMP. Alright. Alright, bro. Okay.
The supposed kill switch for machines. In theory, one good blast, and Nosy collapses like a puppet with its strings cut. But there's a problem. EMP devices aren't lying around on Amazon. Building one requires knowledge, parts, and extreme risk. Even then, you'd have to be within range. Are you willing to carry a bomb-sized machine on your back while stalking a 10-foot monster?
What if it's bomb-proof? What if it is? What if it's bomb-proof, bro?
And here's what's even worse. Some claim Citra knew this weakness and prepared for it. Rumors spread that Nosy's frame is shielded, wrapped in layers that make EMPs less effective, meaning you'd risk everything for a chance that might not even work. EMPs less effective. Here's what's even worse. Some claim Citra stalking a 10-foot monster? Are you willing to carry a bomb-sized machine on your back while stalking a 10?
A bomb size? How would you do that? You would fucking die. You would fucking die.
10-foot monster? And here's what's even worse. Some claim Citra knew this weakness and prepared for it. Rumors spread that Nosy's frame is shielded, wrapped in layers that make EMPs less effective, meaning you'd risk everything for a chance that might not even work. Imagine triggering it, watching the pulse ripple out, and Nosy doesn't fall. It just tilts its head, those glowing eyes fixed on you, as if to say, nice try. That's when you realize EMPs might not be our salvation. They might be our false hope. Way 3. Fire has always been mankind's weapon against the dark, against predators, against monsters. Could it work on Nosy? Flames might damage sensors, burn through wiring, melt joints.
I think they actually have these on my list, I'm not gonna lie.
In theory, yes. But again, fire consumes slowly.
Yeah, but it won't work, because he's fire resistant.
And Nosy doesn't move slowly. If you tried to ignite it with Molotovs or flamethrowers, you'd have to get close, dangerously close. And think about the risk. It doesn't scream, it doesn't retreat, it just walks straight through the fire, reaching with those giant arms. If it grabs you while burning, you'll be the one reduced to ash before the machine even
So what if it grabs the flamethrower?
stumbles. And what happens if fire doesn't work? Then you've lit your own house, your own shelter on fire. The one thing protecting you becomes another weapon against you. Fire might weaken Nosy, but you'll have to decide who burns faster, you or the machine. Way 4, freezing. If heat can't stop it, maybe the opposite can. Extreme cold has the power to
Yeah, just bring him to Antarctica.
freeze metal, stiffen joints, and slow machinery.
If it weren't for Megatron, and won't it work for Nosy? Think about it, bro. Megatron is he's made out of metal. What is Nosy made out of? Metal, wires, and programming.
Industrial freezers, liquid nitrogen, even traps in winter storms could work. But you'd need massive amounts of cold to actually make a difference. Note every monster has a weakness, or at least that's what we tell ourselves so we can sleep at night.
Yo, is my PC gonna crash?
Doesn't? If it learns to avoid the electricity, then all
Fucking god.
There's one word that's suddenly all over the internet.
Clanker?
But the insult actually comes from the Star Wars universe. And with real life animatronics.
Yeah. Nosy. It's SEY. Seems like when did he even start making this? Like let's just watch this. Hope I don't get nightmare. Thanks, Citra.
it has escaped. 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 Escaped.
Road broken, will fix you. You will beautiful. You will beautiful. You will beautiful.
Cleaning protocols.
This is not something that Citra would make. It's not right. YouTube is another video. I want recommended to me at 2 a.m. That's not even. He's trying to.
Robot maintenance and repair.
And learning how to use DSI technology. But first, here's a message from Jack Walton and Felix Pankin.
Look outside your window.
Our beloved fountain.
Which week? In BSI, the most important.
Somewhere in Massachusetts, a man is building something that looks straight out of a nightmare. And his creation is a massive 10-foot animatronic robot called Nosy. At first glance, Nosy might seem like just another robotics project. But the deeper you look, the stranger and scarier it becomes. Citra claims that Nosy is fireproof, waterproof, and even bulletproof. It can move in complete silence. It can crawl through windows, and it can sprint at 32 miles
That means we won't even be able to freeze them.
per hour. A machine taller than your ceiling, moving faster than you can run, without a sound. And here's the part that unsettles everyone. Citra says he wants to give Nosy a mind of its own. Not just code, not just commands, but independence. That means one day Nosy might not wait for instructions. One day it could decide to move on its own. People joke online that the government will step in before it's finished, but others whisper about something darker. What if it escapes first? Think about it. A robot that doesn't make noise when it walks. One that doesn't stop for fire or water or bullets. One that can vanish into the woods, crouch low enough to crawl through windows, fast enough to chase down anyone who sees it. And if it's true that Citra wants to give it a mindset of its own, then there's no way to predict what Nosy would do. No one could stop it. No one could hide from it. Maybe this is just...
Yeah, not even the government. Not even the government. Not even the FBI could stop it.
performance art. Maybe Nosy will never be completed. But if it is, if even half of what Citra claims is true, then somewhere out there, we may soon have a 10-foot machine, waiting for the moment it decides to walk away. And if that day comes, you won't hear it. You won't see it until it's too late, because Nosy doesn't need permission to escape. As the days pass, the project's updates become more frequent, each one more unsettling than the last. The creator, known only as Citra, has begun referring to these updates as progress reports. What was once a distant concept is now inching closer to reality. The question isn't if Nosy will be completed, it's when, in one chilling update, Citra shared a video titled Pi Day, accompanied by the cryptic message, "It escaped." The footage was brief, but the implications were profound. Was this a test, a simulation, or had Nosy truly broken free? The community's reaction was swift and filled with concern. Comments flooded in, with many expressing fear and disbelief. One user remarked, "If this thing is real, we might be witnessing the birth of something far beyond our control." Another added, "This isn't just a project, it's a potential disaster waiting to happen." Experts in robotics and artificial intelligence have weighed in, warning about the dangers of creating autonomous machines without proper safeguards. In this video, we're going to explore just how massive it is, how it moves, and why its very presence could make anyone freeze in fear. Get ready, because what you're about to see is unlike anything you've ever imagined. Fact 1. Towering over everything. Nosy is not just a robot. It's a towering, almost monstrous presence that rises over 10 feet tall, standing above the height of most humans and even many large animals.
Indoraptor? Unreal. What is it, Indoraptor? What is it, Indoraptor? Indor... Fucking God, bro. And
Imagine looking
bro, that looks like the Indoraptor is a bit taller.
out of your window at night and seeing a figure that stretches higher than a doorframe, a shadow that dwarfs your surroundings. Its very existence challenges the natural order, making something that should be small and manageable suddenly enormous and intimidating.
Why would it be small?
The scale of this machine is enough to make anyone feel powerless, a tiny creature in the presence of something designed to dominate. Its long limbs, massive frame, and disproportionate size make it feel less like a robot and more like a predator observing silently from above. The size alone is terrifying, giving it a sense of unstoppable power that no ordinary human could confront. Fact 2. Silent predator. What makes Nosy truly frightening is its silence. While most machines announce their presence with whirs, clanks, and mechanical noise, Nosy moves without a sound. Its padded feet allow it to glide across floors, crawl through rooms, and sneak along.
Are you fucking kidding me? And dead. Dead. I'll have to fucking look behind me the whole time. If I'm biking for the night, I have to look behind me. Bro, every time it moves, like, you can't even hear it.
Quarters without a single creak. Imagine the fear of knowing that something 10 feet tall, faster than a human, is approaching, yet you cannot hear it coming. This silence transforms Nosy from a mere robot into a predatory force, one that could appear in your home without warning. In a world where humans rely on sound as a warning, the complete absence of noise is unnerving. Each step it takes is invisible, unnoticed, and yet full of menace. A silent predator this size is something straight out of a nightmare, impossible to anticipate or escape from. Fact 3. Bulletproof and fireproof. Nosy was designed to endure things no normal creature could survive. Fire, bullets, water. None of these can stop it. The knowledge that a machine this large is impervious to conventional means of stopping it adds a deeply unsettling dimension. Most humans, and even animals, have natural vulnerabilities. Nosy has none. It could walk into flames, through rain, or even face gunfire and continue on without pause. The combination of size, silence, and invulnerability makes it a creature almost impossible to combat. Its durability transforms it from a mere mechanical curiosity into a horrifying force that could not be deterred. This is no longer a robot. It's an unstoppable entity, capable of surviving environments
You
that
even classify that as an animatronic at this point? Like, I know it has wires, stuff like that. It... It... Wait.
would destroy anything else. Knowing it can't be easily harmed makes its presence all the more menacing. Fact 4. Crawls like a beast. Nosy is not limited to walking upright. When it crouches to just over 5 feet, it can navigate through narrow spaces, crawl through windows, and squeeze where humans and most machines cannot. This gives it a predatory, almost animalistic quality, as if it can stalk silently into your home or office with ease. Its ability to move in confined spaces turns everyday rooms into hunting grounds. The combination of size, stealth, and flexibility creates a vision of a monstrous creature capable of invading spaces where you feel safe.
We can go into these air guns.
Imagine a massive, silent figure sliding through your window late at night, moving with the precision and patience of a predator. Its capacity to adapt to the environment makes it far more terrifying than a simple robot. It becomes an unstoppable stalker that can reach you anywhere. Fact 5. Superhuman speed. Nosy is capable of speeds up to 32 miles per hour, far surpassing human capability. This means that if it were ever to chase or pursue, escape would be nearly impossible. Speed combined with size transforms it into a truly terrifying entity. It can cover ground in seconds, closing distances that humans would assume are safe. The sheer power of its motion,
Uh, Yo, how fast can I? I did not mean to. I did not mean to type that. 43 miles per hour. That's pretty good. Might be safe. Problem. I don't have a force. But
Silently gliding toward a target with
I'll get a phone.
unstoppable momentum creates an image that is both awe-inspiring and terrifying. Most monsters in stories are slowed by their size or encumbrances. Nosy combines speed and mass in a way that defies natural laws, turning it into a relentless force of nature. Every step it takes can feel like the inevitability of an approaching nightmare that cannot be outrun or outsmarted. Fact 6. Independent mind. Perhaps the most disturbing aspect of Nosy is the possibility that it could be given a mind of its own. Autonomy in a machine of this size and capability transforms it from a tool into a potential predator with decision-making power. It could choose where to go, how to act, and what to target without instruction. The thought of an entity this large and powerful operating independently is frightening. Unlike any natural predator, its intelligence and mechanical endurance would make it a creature without weakness, capable of plotting and strategizing. The idea that something 10 feet tall could make choices on its own, completely unbound by human control, taps into deep primal fears, the fear of something.
What's the human look bigger than the nosy prototype?
Unstoppable, calculating, and unknown. Fact 7. Creepy design. Nosy's appearance is deliberately unsettling. Its humanoid but off proportions, long limbs, and mechanical features evoke the feeling of a creature that is almost alive, yet completely artificial. It resembles nightmare figures from horror media, merging human traits with machine coldness. Its eerie visage triggers an instinctual unease, as humans are programmed to notice abnormalities in humanoid shapes. Every part of Everyone is asking the same question right now. Did Nosy really escape? At first glance, it doesn't even make sense. Nosy isn't finished. It's just arms and legs. A giant frame of limbs that Citra has been showing off in short TikTok videos. There's no full torso, no head, no face. And yet, the rumors keep spreading. People swear it's gone, that the workshop is empty, that something is missing. And maybe, just maybe, Citra knows more than he's letting on. But let's start from the beginning. Citra's project, Project Nosy, started like a joke. A giant animatronic. Something fun, strange, a bit unsettling. People compared it to theme park robots, to haunted house props, to some Frankenstein experiment. But the more you looked at it, the less it seemed like a joke. Because Nosy wasn't built like an ordinary animatronic. It was bigger, stronger, too strong. The legs alone tower higher than most people. The arms stretch farther than anything that should exist.
Polar bear standing up. It's 10 feet. Ain't no way. Wait, I thought Nosy was 10'2". No, the height of it, bro.
On a humanoid machine. The way it moves, silent, fluid, mechanical yet alive, doesn't match the clunky robots we're used to. This isn't clattering gears and loud hydraulics. This is something that moves without warning, something that stalks like a predator, and that's where the fear begins. You see, Nosy doesn't have to be complete to be terrifying. Imagine 10-foot-tall legs walking on their own. Imagine massive arms dragging themselves across the ground in silence. Just parts, just fragments, moving like they don't need the rest of the body to function. That's already enough to make the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. And then Citra, he never explains anything. That's what makes it worse. He smiles, he posts, he shares glimpses, but he never says why. Why build something this size? Why give it such strength? Why make it so much like a living creature? Is it just for show? Or is there another reason? He calls it nosy. But what's it really for? The internet, of course, started speculating. At first it was funny. Memes, jokes, people saying Nosy is the end boss of TikTok. But slowly the jokes started turning into theories. People began noticing strange details. Doors in the background of Citra's workshop bent outward, as if something had pushed them. Strange shadows in the clips. Shapes that didn't seem to match what he was showing us. Some swore they heard heavy footsteps in the background audio. Footsteps that didn't line up with the movements on screen. And then the biggest rumor of all, Nosy escaped. That word spread like wildfire. Some claim Nosy was no longer in the garage where it was filmed. Others swore they saw something massive moving at night. Down streets, across fields, even by abandoned factories. Of course, there's no proof, no clear evidence, but the fear comes from the possibility. Because if even half of it is true, then where is Nosy now? But let's pause for a second. Could it even escape? Remember, Nosy is just legs and arms, a half-built machine, no head, no eyes, no body. How could something like that get out? The logical answer is, it couldn't. Not unless Citra is playing tricks, feeding the rumors, enjoying the chaos. And that's entirely possible. After all, fear is engagement. Fear spreads faster than any joke. Maybe this is all part of the performance, and yet, the strange part is how real some of the reports sound. People describe feeling vibrations in the ground as though something huge was walking nearby. Others claim to have heard scraping metal late at night, the sound of something dragging itself across pavement. In one supposed sighting, a farmer said he saw 2 massive legs walking along the edge of a cornfield. No torso, no body, just legs. And when he blinked, they were gone. Another person swore they found enormous dents in the side of a truck, like it had been grabbed and crushed by something with inhuman strength. Were these hoaxes? Maybe, but the timing lined up perfectly with the rumors of Nosy's disappearance. And this is where the fear grows. Even if it hasn't escaped, even if Citra is joking, the very idea of Nosy being out there is enough to terrify people. Because Nosy isn't like other robots. It doesn't just stand still. It doesn't just wave its arms. It learns. Every movement it performs is stored. Every adjustment is remembered.
Hey, bro, can you not say that? Let's just say it won't learn.
Somewhere in Massachusetts, a man is building something that looks straight moves any natural limitations, making it feel almost supernatural. That word's grabbed and crushed by something with inhuman strength. Were these hoaxes? Maybe, but the timing lined up perfectly with the rumors of Nosy's disappearance. And this is where the fear grows. Even if it hasn't escaped, even if Citra is joking, the very idea of Nosy being out there is enough to terrify people. Because Nosy isn't like other robots. It doesn't just stand still. It doesn't just wave its arms. It learns. Every movement it performs is stored. Every adjustment is remembered. So even if it's just a set of limbs, what happens if those limbs figure out how to keep going on their own? What happens if the machine doesn't need a full body to survive? Think about animals. A snake doesn't need legs to kill. An octopus doesn't need bones to overpower prey. Why couldn't Nosy, even in pieces, still function? In fact, maybe that's the design. Maybe that's
Nosy doesn't even have bones.
Why Citra started with arms and legs, to see if they could act independently. to see if they could exist without the rest. If that's the case, then the escape stories don't sound so impossible after all. Of course, the government theories started rolling in too. Some people online are convinced Citra isn't acting alone, that Nosy is part of a bigger experiment, maybe even military. Why else?
The fucking military. Why would we prone to military? Give me one reason why he would be prone to military. Why would he be prone to military? Man. What would he be used for?
Else build something this size? Why give it silence, speed, strength? Why not stop after proving the concept? Unless the plan was never entertainment? Unless the plan was to unleash something that couldn't be stopped? Something bigger than any predator in nature? Let's not forget the size comparisons. Nosy's full frame, once complete, is said to rival the height of a polar bear standing upright, and heavier than a small car. Imagine that, but stronger. Imagine that, but silent. Now picture it with no head, no face, just long arms and longer legs moving through the dark. That image alone is enough to keep people awake, because predators in nature at least give you a warning, a roar, a growl, the sound of twigs snapping. But Nosy, you'd never hear it. The first time you'd know it's near is when the shadow falls over you. And here's the part that nobody likes to talk about. What if Citra wants us afraid? What if all of this is intentional? Every blurry clip, every mysterious post, every unexplained detail. What if it's all feeding the legend? The more we talk, the more we fear, the bigger Nosy becomes. Not just in size, but in presence, in power, a myth given weight by belief. Maybe it doesn't matter whether Nosy escaped or not. Maybe all that matters is that we think it did, because in the end, fear itself is the weapon. Still, the reports don't stop, because in the end, Nosy escaped or not. A myth given weight by belief. Maybe it doesn't matter whether Nosy escaped or not.
Yes, he did, bro. It's better if he's in a fucking workshop, because then we don't have to be worrying him if he's and getting on the loose and walking around the night, going through state to country. Fuck, man.
Maybe all that matters is that we think it did, because in the end,
bullets don't work. If you see him, look for them.
question will be, which of these ways will you try, and how long will it keep you alive?
If an animatronic named Nosy runs toward you, you don't have time. Follow these instructions immediately if you want to survive. Don't look back. First, run to your home as fast as you can. Gather your family immediately. Count each person twice. Lock and secure every door and window. If someone doesn't appear, don't look for them. Every second you hesitate, he's closer. Don't breathe loudly. Second, call the police now. Do not attempt to confront him. Nosy cannot be stopped with weapons. He runs faster than any vehicle. He can pass through walls. Bullets don't work. If you see him, it's already over. Third, remain completely silent until dawn. Don't make any noise. Every loud breath could be the end for everyone. Do not leave your hiding place. If you hear footsteps, breathe slowly. If you see his shadow, run. That will be your only chance, and it may be the last time you see your family. Note, a guy named Citra is creating a 3-meter animatronic killing machine. This is just a drill. For now, we are safe. Remember, if Nosy runs toward you, accept your fate.
What is this creature at the window? Did actually Nosy escape?
Duh. I don't know.
Imagine waking up in the middle of the night. The room is quiet. too quiet. You hear nothing but your own breathing.
Stream. Stay safe, guys. Goodbye. Learn from today. Because it was terrifying enough. I mean, this alone. Is he trying to scare us? I don't know. Anyway.